So if we behave, if we handle this matter well, we leave a legacy for those who are coming.
Yes.
That's the unborn. And we borrow a leaf from those who have gone. If they began well, we build on what they have started, and we leave something for those who are coming.
And it makes for progression.
And if they come and they harness the skills and talents and the enlightenment available to them, they can further build on the legacy that we have left.
Just to put it in focus, can you imagine if we had created 10 more Ikoyis in Lagos? I mean, there are some countries you go to, you find comparable neighborhoods, like 5 comparable neighborhoods, same value, same whatever, and you're spoiled for choice. But when you find a situation where there is only one, everybody wants to concentrate in it, these are the issues.
It doesn't all go well.
Yeah.
It doesn't all go well. Okay, you have worked internationally. You have also lived and studied internationally. Working in the Nigerian terrain, arriving here, being here, living here, practicing here, what do you find? What do you find?
Incredible energy.
Sometimes when I'm driving around Lagos, I'm like, if they are saying I can own a home, why in Lagos is there even land? When will I be able to purchase land? So what do you find?
Well, in terms of the people, incredible energy, the kind of energy that, in the words of Bill Clinton, he said he doesn't know how Nigeria has managed to remain poor. And I think it was some effort. You see, you find...
You work very hard.
To remain...
Somewhere that you don't work hard, you work intelligently.
Yes, I mean, you're right. Hard work combined with intelligence produces a more effective result. But where there is a disconnect with intelligence, which in some settings could be skill set, could be judgment, could be opportunities, it becomes a gap. And then if you're left with that gap, what do? You work hard. Because we have a lot of raw energy, a lot of youth, a lot of people who are just doing things that pay little or no, not so much of their bills, which is the big problem. Okay, we have a huge population and the ability to buy is very little. Okay, now I think that what we need to do, and it should be the focus of every government, is to enhance these skill sets to be able to ensure that their productivity can be enhanced, and it leads to greater wealth for the nation, and a lot of other people can live a satisfactory life. But coming back to our local experience, you see, the challenges you find are all over the world. But let me give you a clear example. There's absolutely nowhere you're going to in New York that you can't get there in 45 minutes. And all it takes is just administering the entire arrangement, the traffic control, the plannings, and have a panoramic view about how the chains of activities connect to each other to give a seamless flow. And we are near generic in a lot of things, which also presents a good opportunity for us to plan today and all that. And to be able to be a bit futuristic in our thinking, not just sit back until neighborhoods that are organic have developed. All of a sudden you show up and want to impose some planning structuristic.
But if there are challenges with what is already on ground, shouldn't someone come and say we can do this better, if this can work better if we do this? Using Lagos, for example, everyone complains about the traffic. If someone says, if I move this to this, remove this, put them here, it can work better, will that be wrong?
Well, that has been done a lot of times. But what you can say is, when you sit back and look at all that effort, you ask yourself, does it translate exactly to the benefit? Let me give you an instance, and I'll be talking as a valuer. I respect the work of our governor in Lagos State. Is done tremendously well. But I want to see an enhanced connect, and I will bring this back and then I'll relate it to the traffic so we can see how it benefits us. There has been a lot of work done around the Butemeta areas of Lagos, in the road rehabilitations and all that. But what I need to see is how these monies have been spent are translating to the advancement of the property values in those areas. And if you go today, not a lot has translated, simply because we haven't had a wholesome approach at all this infrastructural investment, how it interconnects with the values of real estate in those areas. If a detailed study was done, as it's been done in other areas. Nigeria, our traditional societies and cities are not as old as the Western ones. So we have examples where we have seen urban renewals and how urban renewals were cleverly articulated in programs and delivered the benefits to the people. If at the time of those road construction, the society were involved and a lot of other channels of planning and advice were sought, there is no reason why, as those roads were being rehabilitated, some measure of development, urban renewal would have followed in those areas. So that as government is doing their work, those social contributions are translating to the benefits by the, because if you go there, it's still the same tenement homes.
We're able to strike a balance.
Yes, and the property values are still the same. The place is still blighted, and the neighborhood have only just experienced a good road with people who cannot even maintain it. The gutters are also blocked and all that. So these are we need to all link up disconnects.